hello to you all, you beautiful young children, all at home at the moment doing your homeschooling. It's a strange time for us all, but we won't find until we're back out again meeting with our friends. We all miss our friends. We're back at school soon with our friends. Now, I like to do some gardening. I love being outside, and I like to see trees and shrubs and flowers and vegetables grow. They're all very important for the bees and for our whole environment. But today we need soil no matter what we're going to grow. So soil is the most important thing. And if you go outside and you see all the creatures and all the insects that live outside, I'm just going to talk about some of them today. And these are earthworms. Wait till I just show you. These are earthworms that live in the soil. So they are so important for our soil. They actually burrow down deep into the soil. They help with the drainage of it. They help put air into the soil, and they feed the soil. The worms, oh look at them wriggling along. So they go down into the soil, they burrow down deep. I'm going to leave them down here now. See, he's gone off down. They eat the dead leaves, they eat roots, and they eat manure, whatever. And if there's fertilizer on the top, they bring it down into the soil, and they burrow deep down, and then they come back up. And when they come back up, they do their castings, their excrement, or their poo as we would know it. And that poo is full of nutrients. It's full of potassium, magnesium, phosphorus and nitrogen. All the things that we need for the earth to feed the earth, so that we can grow our vegetables. There's the worms now going to head off to do their work. So they bring up their poo and leave it on top of the ground, and then the rain washes it all back down in. So that's how our soil gets fertile, so we can grow fruit and vegetables and other crops. So they're really important for our soil. The other things, some of the other creatures that you find are slugs and snails. Slugs are the guys with the shells on their backs. They're burrowed deep down now and hidden at the moment, so we can't find them. But once the earth warms up and all the new growth starts, the slugs will be up, because they love eating fresh green growth. And they are very important for food for mammals and for birds as well. And you can hear the birds singing in this garden. The slug's blood is green. So different animals and mammals have different colours blood. There's green, there's red, there's orange, there's yellow, and there's colourless. We have red blood, but there's other different mammals have different colours of blood. This is an apple actually that fell off the tree that's up here, and the birds love to eat that. The blackbirds especially love to eat that food. Then there's the snails. There's plenty of snails in the ground as well. Before the slug lives for 6 years. The snails have 430 babies a year. Can you imagine that? 430 babies. So as you can hear now, there's lots of birds around here. I love to feed the birds, especially here in the winter. I don't know if you feed them, but it's important to feed them in the winter. So I would have robins and thrush and wrens and tits and blackbirds, doves. I love the doves. They come to visit the garden, and even a pheasant. Now the pheasants don't eat off the bird feeders. This is a peanut feeder here. The pheasants don't eat off they don't climb up here, fly up here, but they eat whatever falls on the ground. So it's absolutely wonderful to see and hear all them birds in your garden. So now I'm going to show you how to make a little bird feeder of your own. Now, to make a bird feeder of your own, this is my first time to make a bird feeder of my own as well. I have got this plastic bottle, there's Coca-Cola in it, and I'm going to use it. I washed it out and I made a hole in it. Now you want to get your mommy, daddy, granny, granddad to help you with this, because this is dangerous for little fingers. All right, I found a nail scissors was good, so I started off with a tiny little hole and I worked it round then, and then I made one on the opposite side as well. I'll show you why in a minute. And then I made a little hole for the birds to get the seed from, and I'm going to finish that hole on this side here now. So again, this is dangerous, so be careful when you're doing this. Takes a little bit of time and patience to do this, but it's a great idea to start off with if you want to feed some of the birds. And it's absolutely wonderful to hear the birds singing. It cheers everybody up. And in the month of May, in the beginning of May, there's the dawn chorus. The dawn chorus, you should get your mummy and daddies up at about 5 o'clock in the morning one morning and open the doors and the windows and listen to all the birds singing. It's absolutely magic. So that's something for you to do. So I have my hole in this side and coming through the bottle. And I have this little piece of a stem of a shrub that I got, and I'm putting it in through like that. So the bird has somewhere to stand on, and then he'll be able to get his feed in this little hole here. So I'm going to get some bird seed. I buy the bird seed in a bigger container. It's more economical to do it that way. A lot of the shops are selling bird seed now. I use a jug, and there's sunflowers and sunflowers. I was reading the ingredients: sunflowers, black sunflowers, peanut seeds, all things that are good for us as well. Flaked maize, cut maize, and wheat. So there's a combination of. When I'm making my bread for myself, I use sunflower seeds, sesame seeds, pumpkin seeds, all kinds of seeds that are good for you in the bread. So they're good for the birds as well. So there you can see the idea. And the bird will perch here and he'll eat his seed off there. You can see it's falling out there. So he'll be able to find his bird. And this is for the small little birds. So then I'll put some more in it. Now, I'll put the top back on it. And then to hang it up, I have a piece of string. And I'm going to tie it around here. These are all little things that you can find in your own house or outside. You all have a bottle, some twine, strings of some sort, and a little twig. And maybe next week when you're doing the shopping, you can buy some bird seed. And that's a simple little bird feeder, and you can knot it up here at the top like that. So there you have a bird feeder. It's waterproof, and the little holes are, so I'll hang that up. Little holes are great for the small birds to get their food from, and it's lovely to see the small birds in the garden. So that's my bird feeder. Simple as that. Now, I also thought I'd like to make a bird house. I looked in town for a bird house, and there weren't any bird houses. So only last night I started thinking, how am I going to make one? And I saw, this is an empty milk carton with the lovely pointed top on it, okay? So I went and I had one tube of acrylic paint that I bought for something a long time ago. You'll have loads of paints at home, so you can make the nicest house you wish to make. I painted this on with a big brush, so of my house. Then I went and I got a carton that I had cranberry juice in. Cranberry juice, very good for you as well. And it is waterproof. So I made a little roof. It's like a little Chinese pagoda, I thought. A very amateur version. But I stapled the carton onto the top and I used 2 layers, and this would be waterproof, so this will help. It's waterproof. You can make a far more elaborate roof if you like, with maybe slate or whatever you would have, bits of timber. If you get your parents to help you, you can make a far more elaborate one. So the next thing is a hole for the birds to get in. So I took the top off this type of carton here, very good size, and I put it on my box, and with my marker I actually circled round, and then I'm cutting out that circle. So I started a while ago with my nail scissors again. So these are all little things you can be doing at home in your spare time. Now, so there's my hole. That's the hole for the bird to get in. One thing I'd say before you put the roof on is to try and bring the twine. You want to hang this up as well. Try and bring the twine through before you put the roof on, because I found it difficult to do that part of it. So that's for hanging it up. And again, tie a knot on the top of it and make it even. Okay. I had a sticker, so I made a door. You'll have lovely paints and color. You'll have lovely paints and colors that you can use to draw a door on. Oh, if I can do this now. I'd want my glasses again to do this. 1 second till I see how I get on. I should have this done before this was just a sticker and I drew my door on it. Oh, there we are. Start it off. Very good. Once you get started, it's great. So I'm putting the door now. So there's the door on my house. You can use a little Pritt stick or something to put the door on. You can put windows in the side. This is my first time to do one of those as well, so it's all an experiment. And then you need a little stick for the bird to perch on before he goes in. Again, this is just a little branch I found on the ground, and I trimmed it off nice and trim like that, and I made a little hole here in the box, and I'm just sticking it in very slightly. Now it's too long. I mightn't get cutting it here now, but we'll see. Oh, see, there it is. That's the secateurs that you use for cutting. So there's my little bird house. Very amateurish, but the wrens and the tits like a small house. They're starting to lay their eggs at the moment, build their nests at the moment. So it's worth a try. And I hope that you will enjoy trying to do those things. You can hang that up on a fence or on a tree, and your bird feeder as well. Hang it up on a tree as well. So I think that should give you food for thought, and I hope that you will enjoy the video, and that you will go out and look in the countryside and see all the birds and the creatures that are in the ground, keeping the whole environment healthy for us. Also, there's going to be a little questionnaire at the end of this video, so just to see that you were all listening. You can answer the questions, draw in the colouring picture, make your bird feeder and your bird box. So that should keep you all busy for a little while anyway. And yes, I just hope that you like doing it and that you see what's going on outside in the soil and how important it is to look after our soil and our environment. Thanks now and enjoy making.